Cultural creatives and seekers everywhere, welcome to the Matrix. An interesting thing about the Matrix is that we're given a choice to take either a red pill or a blue pill. Taking the red pill wakes us up and the blue pill puts us back to sleep. Those that have taken the red pill believe they really have awakened. But the fact is this, biologically speaking, how do you know whether you're really awake or whether you're still asleep? The whole point about this is when you're asleep and you're in a dream, you don't know whether you're awake or in a dream. They all seem exactly the same. Some people like to consider The Matrix as nothing more than a science fiction film. But in truth, it's actually a documentary. We've all been programmed. And 95% of our life is coming from the program. We're not living the life that we desire because we have been programmed. But what is the real nature of taking the pills in the first place? As we've described before, we came here to make a choice. Do we take the red pill or do we take the blue pill? As the Oracle says,
how can I make a choice?
You didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it.
Whether you take the red pill or you take the blue pill, that's no choice at all, because that choice is taking the pill, either one. But it's a taking situation. And the problem with this is civilization has been taking for thousands of years, taking and taking. From where? From Mother Earth, nature, taking her resources and using them to the extent that there are no more resources from Mother Earth. We're facing a problem now as being takers. We as being takers have created what is called the sixth mass extinction of life on this planet. We have taken so much from nature that nature is collapsing. The real choice is, what is the opposite of taking? And that is giving. And this is what nature is calling upon us to do right now. Stop taking from nature and let's give back to nature, because this is the only way we can create balance and harmony in our world. Nature is the source, and it is time for us right now to return to that source. Through this chaos, nature is teaching us how to learn to live in harmony with each other, as well as learning to live in harmony with nature itself. This is the point of cooperation, to come here and create and maintain that balance of harmony and peace. Humankind has been programmed with the delusion that we are separate from each other and we are separate from Mother Nature herself. The real choice we're being asked to make is whether we want to live in polarity or whether we want to live in harmony. The difference being, in polarity, we have opposite sides in conflict. In contrast, in harmony, the opposite sides work together and complement one another. And this is completely different than the polarity. If you took the red pill, it doesn't mean that those that took the blue pill are something different and less than what you are. That's just a different polarity that can come together in the name of harmony and actually integrate with one another. I really want you to understand the nature of what is the significance between receiving and giving. In our biology, our nervous system is all based on receiving. All of our receptors receiving sound, smell, taste, touch, pain, pressure, all of this is receiving. But the question is, what are we giving back? We are receptors, but we also must learn to be givers. And that is where harmony and balance comes from. The balance between not just taking, but returning back to nature, what nature has given us. And in our world, a common way of seeing separateness is separating ourself from others. That is a fundamental separation that has led us astray. Quantum physics, the most valid science on the planet, demonstrates that there is no duality in our world, that everything is a unity. So the concept of separating yourself from others is actually a false interpretation of the world in which we live. The problem with separating self from others is that sometimes we think that things that we do for ourselves are being selfish. Selfishness is a problem when we think of ourselves as being separate from each other. But selfishness is not a problem when you think of a very important fact is, before I can help others, I have to take care of myself. For example, in an airplane before it takes off, the hostess talks about the fact that in case of emergency, masks will drop from the ceiling. But the important part of that message is this: before you help others, you put the mask on to take care of yourself first. Is that selfish? No. It's very vitally important for a simple reason is this: if you can't take care of yourself, how can you help other people? The choice of taking care of oneself is actually a choice for community. We must learn to expand our sense of self to include all others. Quantum physics, everything is one. The false choice is to take either the red pill and wake up or the blue pill and go back to sleep, but that's not a choice at all. That's not a real choice. We need both of those to have a normal life. Yes, you need to be awake and you do need to be sleeping to accommodate your biology. The real choice we're being called on right now is to learn to live in harmony with nature, learn to live in harmony with each other, and most importantly is to learn to live in harmony within yourself. You're all familiar with the concept of chakras. These are energy centers in the body. There are 7 chakras. The top 3 chakras are involved with consciousness and spirituality. The bottom 3 chakras are all based on our physical expression and our physical being in this planet. The most important chakra is the one in the middle, the heart chakra, because it's through the heart that we could connect our physical expression with our spiritual conscious expression and create harmony there. And that is the first place that we must start. If you've taken the red pill and think you're awake, I have some bad news for you. Because the reality is this: are you awake or are you asleep? You can't tell the difference one way or the other. And the idea that you can go out and tell other people how to live their life, well, before you can do that, think about this. Before you go out and change the world, you really have to take care of your own backyard. Are you living in harmony? Are you living in peace? The red pill, blue pill metaphor has served a purpose in the past, but it is time for us now to evolve beyond that. It is time for us now to recognize that that choice wasn't what we were here for. We came here to learn to live in harmony and not be in separation. As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. The whole idea of tribalism and conflict, this is an old belief system of polarity that is taking us apart. So point is simple. Where's our destination? And the answer is, first learn to live in harmony within yourself. Walk that harmony out in the world, and other people will find their way to your door. Remember, the choice is not always what it seems to be.